You're watching Good Morning India. I'm Rishika Barua. It's an exciting Power Pack morning here as we track the Rajya Sabha elections very closely. And joining me this morning, Amitabh Tiwari, political analyst, and Jayant Menkar, senior journalist. Thank you both very much for being with us. So, while it's only 8:30 in the morning, there's hectic political developments that we're reporting on both in Rajasthan and Maharashtra at the moment. Haryana and Karnataka so far quiet, but you never know when activity picks up pace. So, Amitabh Tiwari, if I can come to you first, let's just look at for the moment. Let's just look at Rajasthan. So, internet suspended in certain parts of Jaipur ahead of this crucial voting today. And well, none other than Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot is the chief observer. He's literally going to be sitting over everyone's heads and checking on their vote.
Yeah, I mean, it's a prestige election for Ashok Gehlot in that manner. And he would not forget the 2016 incident in Haryana when Subhash Chandra won, despite not having the votes with him. So in Rajya Sabha elections, a lot of things happen. That's why the people have been shifted to a resort. Money power plays a key role. And in this state, the fate of both the parties, or the independent and the Congress candidate, is dependent upon the 21 independent and small parties MLAs. See, the whips of Congress and BJP are not applicable to them. Majority of them are backing the Ashok Gehlot government in the assembly during the legislative processes. But they might change their minds and back Subhash Chandra here, because RLP has already said that they would be backing Subhash Chandra. So, and here BJP had won 4 out of 4 seats in the last elections. This time, because of the loss in 2018, it could fall to just one number. So a loss of 3 seats, and that is why we are seeing a lot of hectic parlays here. And we could see some MLAs getting their votes deliberately disqualified or invalidated because there is a particular way of inking the ballot.
Yes.
So it's a complex process. Some people might not turn up due to COVID symptoms. Some may cross-vote despite the whip, because now we also know that people could get disqualified but get elected 6 months later on the opposition party's ticket. So a lot of things happening in Rajasthan, and with Sachin Pilot being touted or applying the pressure on the Congress to make him the chief minister, it is very, very important for Ashok Gehlot to win all these 3 seats, because if it doesn't, then it goes as a negative for him.
Well, you said that it's a prestige battle, but from what you're saying, it almost sounds like it is a battle for survival as far as Ashok Gehlot is concerned, which is why he's sitting there as observer, and MLAs through the course of spending the last week cushioned in a resort have also been trained on the do's and don'ts of voting. So there's actually been mock voting drills that have been carried out, not just Rajasthan but also Haryana, from what my colleagues have been reporting. Let's also get in a word from Jayant Menkar. Jayant Menkar, while of course Rajasthan is fascinating, Maharashtra is really going to be the most keenly watched, isn't it? 6 seats up for grabs, very tight contest, enforcement directorate angle in place. So lots happening there as well. And the BJP was the first to make that beeline. MLAs at 8 AM sharp at Vidhan Sabha to cast their vote.
Yes. So it was in 1998, last time when I think there were 6 seats and the 7th seat was contested, and Congress candidate Ram Pradhan had lost it. That was the time, and since then there is a tradition that there will be only 6 candidates and they will all get unopposed. After 24 years gap, now this is going to be the contest. Well, it seems that already the MIA, Masruddin Owaisi, has extended its support to Congress candidate. Independents have thrown with again Mahavikas Aghadi. So it seems that the third candidate, which BJP is desperately trying, they are falling short by at least 10 to 15 votes, because BJP is just at 106. They require 126 votes to get elected. So they are at just 106, and they may get 1 or 2 like MNS and some other independents, not more than 112. So they will drastically fall short by 10 to 15 votes. And in this process, their third candidate, which is Dhananjay Mahadi, is unlikely to sail. And as it is, I mean, Shiva Sena will get elected its 2 candidates, and Congress and NCP will also get their 1 candidate each, and it will be 4-2, and not something what BJP wants, that they should also get elected with 3, all 3. This is unlikely to happen. Yes, BJP's first 2 candidates will definitely get elected, but for the third contest, BJP, I think, is not at all in the race.
Yes. Well, you know, speaking... All right, Ashok Gehlot, in fact, is speaking. Let's just dip in and listen in.
वहाँ पर है, इन्होंने जिस प्रकार से 30 उम्मीदवार खड़ा किया, उसको उनकी पार्टी के विधायकों ने लाइक नहीं किया। अनावश्यक हॉर्स ट्रेडिंग से दूसरा उम्मीदवार जीतने की क्या तुक थी? ये मतलब हालात पूरे प्रदेश में रिएक्शन है। अनावश्यक चुनाव करवा दिए, वरना 4 सीटें, 3 हमारी, 1 बीजेपी आराम जीती थी। ऐसे एक्ट को कोई लाइक नहीं करता। पहले भी इन्होंने ऐसे ही किया था, पिछले चुनाव में मार की खानी पड़ी इन लोगों को, अब फिर इस बार मार खाएंगे लोग। ओके, थैंक यू सर।
All right, very confident Ashok Gehlot there. Very quick comments from both our panelists. Jayant Penkar, you know, this has been the beauty of this election. If you read anybody's tweets, or if you look at the sort of posturing we've seen in the last 1 week, everybody is winning, everybody is confident, everybody has the numbers. But at the end of the day, we know there's going to be one winner. But, you know, very interesting what Amitabh Tiwari said at the outset, that it is a battle for survival as far as Ashok Gehlot is concerned, isn't it?
Yeah, are you asking me to, Amitabh?
Yes. I'm asking you to respond to that.
Yeah, it's a fact. It's a fact. It's a battle of survival, because if you're saying about Rajasthan, obviously if something happens, as Subhash Chandra had won in Haryana in 2016, so if this is repeated, it will be in a way another booster for Sachin pilot. That is, I mean, it will be a bigger setback for Ashok Gehlot. So naturally, he will try his level best that all the 3 candidates of Congress should get elected.
Right.
In a way, BJP is trying to do the same thing in Maharashtra. If at all the 3rd candidates get elected, they can easily say, look, Mahavikas Aghadi is in disarray, the government is going to fall down, and you know, already the ministers are in the jail and all that. The campaign they can start, and even they can say that the government can be dismissed and everything. So this is what they are trying through Rajya Sabha elections in all the 4 states. Right. Where they can they want to prove that they are still in the power, and particularly in Rajasthan and Maharashtra, where they are not in power.
Very interesting, no, because Amitabh Tiwari, while of course so many factors at play for Ashok Gehlot in Rajasthan, if you look at Maharashtra also, it's been pitted as the Fadnavis versus Uddhav Thackeray battle.
Yeah, I mean, in Maharashtra also, BJP fears that it could lose 1 seat, just going by the pure numbers.
Sure.
Here again, the number of independents and smaller parties is 29 MLAs out of 288. And BJP hopes that some of them could vote for their 3rd candidate, and it could win and cause embarrassment to the MBA government. Because if BJP wins here, then it gets a psychological edge for the MLC polls, which are going to happen just after this.
Yes.
And then there is the PMC polls. And as Jayant sir is saying, it could also give an impression that all is not well within the MBA. Because you see, these are ideologically very different parties which have come together and formed the government. And Maharashtra being the financial, Mumbai being the capital, and Maharashtra being a very important state, BJP has been trying for the past 2.5 years to somehow get this state back. But they have not been able to do so, because despite the ideological differences, power is the glue which keeps everybody together. So somehow Congress, NCP and Shiv Sena have stayed afloat, and they have not been able to make any dent.
And power is power is a very powerful glue. You know, like you say. Thank you both very much for joining us. It's just like I said, early hours of the morning, but hectic political developments taking place. Voting in the crucial Rajya Sabha elections has begun. Tight contest in 4 states. We'll continue to get you the latest here on NDTV. Do stay with us.